of Lore. I am your Dungeon Master, Kayla, and we are bringing you back into our little story. Thank you for joining us. It's been like 2 weeks since I've seen you, so good to see you. I don't believe we have any announcements, do we? Okay. So, who is doing the recap for the day? It did not come up for me. Excellent.
Me.
I'm going to pass it over to Emily then for the recap.
All right, so last episode we finished receiving our new armor. At the armory, Dahlia stayed behind to request a custom mask be made for her by the blacksmith. The others left to return to our room and had found lying on their pillows a tarot card with some cryptic messages on them. Most were unhappy with the messages on their card. Manya and Lova had a small argument, and everyone decided to go to bed right away. Lova and Umbriel snuggle up together and have a shared lucid dream, seemingly of their previous lives that are somehow intertwined. The girls enter a battlefield, and as they join the battle ensuing around them, they wake and okay, wait. They wake and they find that they're about to attack each other in real life. Lova was standing over Umbriel, axe ready to swing. Umbriel becomes upset and Lova comforts her. The ruckus wakes Mari and Kit. Mari watches ready to shoot if things escalate, and Kit offers to watch them while they go back to sleep to make sure they are fine. Verena wakes us all and leads us out of the circus and tells us to go to the docks. When we arrive at the docks, we see a strange ship with a full crew. As we board the ship, it becomes clear that this is connected to Manya's previous life. The ship's captain recognizes her but doesn't say anything and leaves us waiting on the deck. We left off in anticipation of the captain's return.
And that is where we will pick up. Sitting here on this front deck, you see the blue hand creep around the edge of the door and push the door open. You guys catch a rugged figure, probably I'd say about 6'2", 6'3" tall, but fairly short for an elf, it looks like, a half elf, hard to tell. He has a prickling of a beard that's coming through and cutting a little bit of a scar on his chin that shows through. You can also see he has almost like navy colored hair that is braided into different sets of like thicker braids and locks. Currently, he comes top deck and has a essentially like a bandana tied entirely around his eyes, obscuring his view. And he slowly steps onto the deck. You can hear somebody running up steps behind him, and you can also see he has his hand pushed out behind him, holding that person back. He proceeds to take a few heavy footsteps onto the deck, and you can hear the murmur of the crew kind of bubble up between people as he very quickly walks forward and says, "Where is she?"
She who?
"Where is Ravina? Step forward."
I glance around at each of the party members, but no, I don't know.
I'm gonna whisper to everyone, if I die today, it's okay, I accept it.
Do you want me to cast Death Ward on you, just in case?
No, it's
You
okay.
probably should.
Honestly, I don't think I'd mind, to be honest. And then she will step forward.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay, but I forgot my dice. Give me 1 second.
You want to know what's funny? I also forgot my dice. Hold, please. Same brain.
Hey, happy Sold a Book Day!
Happy Soda Book Day!
I meant to go on D&D Beyond and accidentally went to draft to digital, but good news, everybody!
Happy
yeah.
for you.
I made $1.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
My
Hell
love,
yeah.
when you're back, I got a dirty 20.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how I want to word this, so give me just a moment. He steps forward and with both hands reaches to touch your shoulders. And as soon as you feel the kind of rough, callous texture of his, they're fairly large on your shoulders, just to be very frank and forward. He seems more meaty than most other elves that you have seen, especially in your times here. He is a very bulky looking fella. Not heavy in any way. It's all muscle, but it's just packed. Like he's dense. He's got a little bit of a barrely chest, thick arms. And as he puts his hands on either side of you, he kind of traces his fingers into your hair just ever so slightly. And you can see him take this huge inhale, this big, deep breath. Oh, you're so cute. And he takes both hands and starts at like your collarbone and shoulder level and slowly finds his fingers up to your chin and cups your face in both hands and as if he's able to look at you, but all you see is this kind of dappled white bandana. Looks like it's got some stains on it, that rests over top of his eyes. You feel comfort. You feel warmth. You feel safety. You feel a longing that you don't quite understand. And even though you don't have your memories, this may be one of the most comfortable and soul healing moments to have. Like, it's sight for sore eyes kind of feeling. As soon as you see him, you remember a certainty of peace with him.
I don't think she says anything. I think she, first of all, doesn't cower, but probably does immediately look so confused. Like, just like super big, like confused eyes. But then I think once he gets to like here, she will like take her hands and then like also put them on top of his. But I
Okay.
think that she is just like, even if she wanted to speak, couldn't.
Okay.
To the rest of us, does this look like she's scared or she's like enjoying it? Because
I would say that she didn't look scared, but she probably looked like more confused and like also probably less mean than the rest of you have ever like have
see,
seen
that's
her in a
concerning
couple
to
of
me,
days.
so.
But not scared, just like confused. And then I think that it's very much like a recognition, but still fuzzy.
I think Mari probably shoots a look over to Lova. Um, and then she will walk up and just, are you familiar? Because it's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't
Just
think that
random-
he says anything. He's just like he very slowly is feeling the details of her face and not speaking. And just like feeling around the like preface of her lips, up above her nose, trying to feel where her brow line is and like studying her with just his hands.
I think without looking away from him, she kind of like puts her hand up, not in like a don't come near me kind of way, but more of a like, yes, like wait.
As he finishes touching and like framing your face, he holds onto your chin and he says, "Speak to me."
One moment. I'm having a
You're having a moment. Okay.
having a moment. Well, what do you want me to say?
And you watch as he takes his hands and wraps them around her entire body and brings her into a very close embrace. And all of the crew begins to very quietly murmur things. Is there anyone who reads lips?
I feel like I would.
Yeah, I feel. Do you have that feat?
Oh no, I don't have a feat.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a feat.
There's a sick feat that makes it so that way you can like read
Observe me.
lips. Yeah,
Is
read
there?
it from across the hall type shit. It's awesome. Um, you, I would say, what is everyone's passive? Is there anyone with a passive that's above 20? I know that's a crazy question.
Alert doesn't raise your passive, does it?
No.
Let's see.
I have observant, but I don't know if I would see.
Yeah, I think that you might be focusing directly. Your face is literally being held onto, so it might
Okay,
be
yeah,
difficult.
I don't see shit. I don't see shit.
I don't think so.
Okay. The murmurs kind of are faint, and all you really hear is like, "What the fuck?" But that's nothing major, just like little tiny exchanges between the crew itself. Um, Coming up behind him, fast up the stairs, and throwing their arms out after this kind of moment happens is the darker skinned woman that you had seen before, Darcy. Um, she looks frustrated and disappointed. And it is not difficult to see. She is not hiding it. The door that cuts off the sleeping quarters for this ship kind of swings back and forth. It's on a swing hinge, which sounds crazy too, but it is. And as it swings open, you can see holding on to the top of the door is Kega, who is the captain of this ship. And she walks very confidently up the steps and looks at this embrace happening.
So she definitely hugs back. And I think that even like after a couple of seconds, she probably like grips on to like whatever type of like shirt type like over clothing that he has like on his back. She like grips onto it.
What's Dahlia's face look like?
I'm just watching. I'm just kind of like curious, but you know.
So I would like anybody who is staring specifically like in the captain's direction and trying to like suss out the scene. I would like them to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. The woman's face looks stoic, I would say to you, Mari. And as you stare at the captain, she looks not approving or disapproving, just flat. This has taken a little bit of that that confidence out of her step. Uh Umbriel, as you look at the captain, you see it's but a second, just the quickest second, a thin line of disconcernment across her lips. The tip of her corners of her mouth, rather, kind of point downwards into this like area of confusion and disgust. Her eyebrows gather, and she stares at the scene, but is so quick to be like, "Oh, don't show me your cards," and switches her face back to regular. While all of this is happening, we will pause here and jump over to Kit. In the middle of the woods, a message rings out to Azeroth. Kit, what does your message say?
This is in the middle of the woods.
This is when you guys are walking on the outskirts of the woods trying to get towards the ship.
Okay.
You are escorting them to the dock, and you said that you would wait to let them know what your decision is until you got there. And he is expecting that you will be coming back to the castle already.
I think it might just be like an empty ping just to see if he's there.
Okay. You ping, and he picks up right away. Okay, as the task is done.
I think I'm going.
Oh, Kit. Oh, Kit, no. Are you sure?
I think I have to.
Well, did you get my improvement?
I
From,
did.
okay. Great.
It's, they gave it to me, even though you probably should have.
Well, Kit, the last time I saw you, you were very sure that you wanted to go your own route, and I'm trying to give you the space to do that. If that is what you would like to do, I support you. I just didn't expect it. This will be an experiment with unforetold outcomes, and we will see. It's just a data gathering project, I suppose.
I don't think that I like how you show support.
Will be distraught without your company. But I'm excited to see what you can do.
Thank you. That makes me feel good.
I've been reading.
Reading?
To learn how to interact with your interface better.
I are you gonna come say goodbye?
Oh, hell no. I'm not going all the way out to the scary woods. Kid, you know, you know that I'm supposed to be armored up if I'm supposed to go out there, and I don't have you.
I I just thought we could say goodbye better.
I well, yeah. That I didn't think, well, I thought you were going to come home. And that is the truth, and that's okay that you're not.
I don't know if it's okay that you're not coming to see me.
Oh. All right. Well, I don't have. Oh, God, the white guard. I could probably try and see. When does your boat leave? Approximately how long? Ask the captain.
Have we even gotten there yet?
Yeah, I would say at this point in time, you guys have arrived. You've gotten close to the ship. You guys have essentially walked onto the umbrella of the umbrella style wing of the ship, and are able to proceed up towards the edge. You're able to hop on, and are all standing on the deck while all of this is currently happening.
It really doesn't seem like a good time for me to ask that.
All
Maybe
right,
you shouldn't come.
you know, Kit, just hold on. Just hang on. I'm coming. Just wait a minute. I'll call the white guard and it'll be fine. And I'm sure that Dad won't mind at all that I'm using this.
Thank you.
Yup,
I don't want you to be unsafe.
be there soon.
Okay.
uh, you hear him kind of disconnect from comms, and the frequency that usually peaks in the back of your mind whenever he's trying to tune in or talk to you fades out. Roll me an insight check.
Hold on. Oh, I'm not good at these, I don't think. 10.
10. Okay. You have the inner knowledge that you could switch over to the White Guard's like frequency channel and figure out what types of signals they're being told, if that was something that you were interested in doing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Spends enough
So you-
time spying on me.
Yes. So
It's my turn.
So you tune into the frequency, and you hear that the general broadcast is like, that is, everybody is to remain stationary until given other notice.
Okay.
Okay? So, we will kind of let you sit there in that moment of questioning whether or not he comes. And we will jump back for Manya. At this point in time, you see the captain looking at this circumstance begins to clear their throat. So what do you think? And the gentleman with the blindfold pulls from the hug and says,
If he
"How could you be
pulls,
so?"
she holds
Oh, what'd you
tighter.
say? Oh, okay. If you continue to latch onto him, he's going to look a little nervous and look over his shoulder at Kega and be like, "Captain, I know what I know. She's been through a lot." To which Kega responds, "And you're sure it's her? How could you know?" And he said, "You haven't questioned my judgment up until this point. Don't question it now." And she's like, "Okay." Uh, she says okay and does like a teeth suck. And you see that she looks really frustrated. Mari, your eyes dart over to the captain while she is walking back and forth, almost pacing now. Rogan and that is his name, but the drow gentleman begins to kind of coddle and like sway with the movement of the boat, still holding on to Manya. And you can see that Darcy looks over at Kega and is like, "There's no possible way. This cannot be happening. Do not trust his orders on this because you know that you can't trust anyone down here."
Can I interrupt her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, Darcy, shut the fuck up.
Roll an intimidation check.
So you all know each other.
I got a 19 on the dice.
Nice. Okay, we'll say it's good enough. You watch as she is shocked to hear her speak to her in this manner. And she kind of doubles back and looks at Kega like, "No, like there's no way it's time." Let me roll something real quick because it will determine on whether or not something happens. Do. Did I hide every D20 I had? Hold on. I'm fucking
Got
it
one on the
up.
windowsill.
I'm fucking it. Oh, I love you. All right. Wham. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. And then with advantage because he's triple her size. Okay. Great. Okay, so he extends when you hear Manya say, "Shut the fuck up, Darcy," and she kind of doubles back. You see her look over at Kega, and Kega goes, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?" And Rogan extends his arm and pushes Darcy overboard.
Well, I think that was just perfect.
Can I don't know if I'm fast enough for this. Can I grapple to try to like pull that bitch back? Like
You try
okay,
to reach
so
out for her if you want to, but it comes at a scary cost. You know that the water underneath is like partial souls, and you can see as she is like starting to tilt back over the edge of the ship, her eyes getting wide and like her pupils dilating. There's a real fear here that comes with
yeah,
going overboard.
I think it's because of the souls thing that I don't want her to go overboard. Also
Right.
because I had my eyes
Can
I didn't tell
I-
you this, but I had my eyes on him. So I feel like
Absolutely.
yeah. Cool. What am I rolling?
This is
Sorry.
probably rule of cool more than it is actual D&D, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if it's possible to cast some sort of spike growth as a bit of a grove to almost catch someone to slow them down enough for maybe Lova to catch them or for them to catch themselves, almost like an instinctual spike growth as a net. It'll hurt. Oh, don't get me wrong, it'll hurt the person a lot. But I
I
think
think-
that
Oh,
might
yeah.
have been, at
I
the very
think that-
least, it's difficult terrain, so it'll probably slow them down. But
If I am able to notice, and I'll roll for it, if I'm able to notice that Mari is about to cast a spell, I will counterspell.
Okay. Is everyone cool with that? Is that go for it.
Yeah, if that's
go.
okay.
Yeah, what am I rolling?
Okay. So sorry, I'm trying to paint this so that way it comes out clearly. As he extends his arm and pushes her overboard, he has an extensive amount of reach that she does not behind her. And you see her entire torso bend backwards over the edge of the ship. And as she's mid-suspended and kind of doing that like slow fall backwards, you see the first person to act because of the way that your feats work, Mari, is you can't be surprised like that. You have that like insane recognition and initiative. So you will go out to shoot, you like instinctively quick, pull a
Right.
fucking arrow in, it's in this, and you shoot it, and as soon as it hits the water or goes to hit the water to create this secondary barrier, you watch as the arrow hits the water and the magic that is about to explode out of the arrow just fizzles as soon as the arrow makes contact with the souls underneath. It looks like the spell was there, it was gonna take, it was about to hit, and as soon as the arrow hits, it stops glowing and it's just pitters into the water.
Sick.
Is that Mania's spell? Like, can I
Yeah.
tell that it's her? Okay.
I don't know. What does that spell look like, and do you have subtle spell?
I don't have subtle spell, and it would look like all of my other like magic where there's that weird like black like inky blood
Yeah,
looking thing from it.
Counterspell at least has a verbal component.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So you
I would've snapped.
absolutely, yeah, you will see as she snaps, this like disgusting black ichor ink bubble pops from her hand, and the magic, the magic color of the arrow gets absorbed into
Oh,
the
you
bubble
made me
and it pops.
aim.
Cool.
Uh,
You mean
Lova, roll an athletics check for me.
Oh.
You're not raging, but you could if you wanted to, because you have enough time to rage out.
Yes, I will do that.
Fuck yeah.
It is a 22, baby.
Oh, it's 22.
Yeah.
You reach out and you grab her, and there's almost this moment of like, you run as far as you possibly can to grab her and go to grab onto her arm or any piece that you can get contact with, and you just grab the front of her shirt, and the front of her shirt rips in your hand, and you're holding onto it as you watch her fall backwards and splash into the water. It's at
Rage.
this rage.
I'm raging right back at that guy.
Okay. Are you gonna attack him?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. What the fuck is happening?
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
It does not. It probably. I'm gonna do an unarmed strike because I'm not thinking clearly. I think she was just focused on. Lova up until this point was making sure that Maniae was cool until Maniae started to like recognize, like act like she recognized them, and then I think she felt a little bit like taken aback. So now Lova is like, who am I? What's going on? So I think she's just somebody just got pushed overboard. She's fucking something up.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
Okay. From the side of the boat, you step into this punch, and you guys see Lova is cut and is always cut, but whenever she is raging, there's this like vein that comes out in her arm and in her bicep that just looks like it's about to explode. And she cocks back and she punches this blind guy hard as fuck in the face.
Wait,
she
he's
catches-
blind?
Yeah, he's got a fucking bandana over his face. He can't see shit.
Am I
Can you see the character
allowed
art?
to speak to Lova?
Yeah, dude.
I think at the same time, this is when you're counterspelling me, so.
Oh yeah, so probably not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll wait a
So
second.
this is all kind of happening at the same exact time, right?
Gosh.
That's okay. I'll wait.
I thought it was an
You-
aesthetic.
You see, as she knocks him sideways, he doesn't fall over, surprisingly. With the punch that is given, go ahead and roll damage.
That's 4.
4. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cocked back, it lands. The sound is horrific. He staggers and does not fall over, but does kind of stand in this like half hunch. And within 3 seconds, the captain has fired off her weapon into the sky. And she's like, enough! You can see from the top deck running, like this is all kind of all at the same time going off. Someone jumps from the ship and begins to coast over the water and reaches a hand out, extending their entire arm. You see this Cambion gentleman, those of you who speak Infernal, you would understand that he screams out. He's like, hold on! And tries to grab Darcy from the water, his arm reaching out. He's wearing this like silver plate armor. He's got this jet black hair that's slicked all the way back. 2 big horns that kind of curl up like ram horns. Well, not to the sides, rather. Like goat horns, I guess, rather, would be the better one. And then they also have these like gold flecked eyes. They're totally blacked out, but the irises are gold. And you can see as he reaches into the water to get contact with her hand, the tattered souls, the pieces, these broken pieces of people reach up, and this like necromantic energy and this lobbying for the pieces that they are missing begin to tear Darcy apart like piranhas. All of the souls looking for the pieces of themselves that they are still missing to move on. So he like hovers over the water for a minute, and you watch as he's like, oh, fuck! And Kega is like, Jameson, on board!
Can I talk to Lova now?
Yeah.
Lova, I am very sorry that I accidentally called you stupid yesterday, and I really, really would like to be your friend. But if you hit him one more time, you will be next.
I forgot that you called me stupid yesterday.
I am begging you, please.
What is going on? Why do you know them? How do you know them? How do they know you? Why don't they believe that you are who you are?
These are all so amazing questions. I don't even know why I said anything about you having a small brain yesterday, because you clearly do not.
Okay.
Okay,
Now
it's
you're rubbing your
it's so big. The brain is so big.
We can move on from the
That's-
topic.
That's enough. That's enough. I know I'm smart. Eyes glazed over.
So how do
Thank
you know
you.
these people?
These questions will all be answered probably very soon.
I'd like them now. And I'm gonna get Miranda out and
No, no, no,
stand
no, no,
in
no.
front of at least Umbriel. Madi can absolutely handle herself, and
You
I don't
won't
think
protect
Dahlia
me?
likes when I try to protect her.
No,
You're fucking badass. She needs you to be exposed so you can shoot shit. But I'm like right next to you though.
I'm standing by Umbriel, so I'm gonna also get behind Lova just a little bit. I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't want to go overboard, that's for sure.
It's okay. We're like hugging each other, holding on.
Someone was just torn to pieces, and now you're threatening Lova. So
Okay, listen. You do not know that woman, so you don't know her. She deserves it. Second
and
of
how
all,
do you know she deserves it?
because
Don't you not have any memories?
it's all still a little bit fuzzy, but I do get some things back, and I hate that bitch.
This isn't our fight, Mari. This is the ship's crew is the one that did the pushing, and it's their crew. They can do whatever they want to their people.
It wasn't our fight till Manya threatened Lova.
That is fair. I did threaten her, but I told her to please not do it anymore, so I didn't have to threaten her. Isn't that how that works?
No, it's either an ask or a threat.
Oh, I am asking you very kindly to please don't do that again.
Well, I am asking you very kindly to not be so suspicious.
I am trying so hard, Lova.
You see Kega has rather out of both pockets drawn flintlock pistols and is currently holding one aimed at Lova and one aimed at Rogan.
Well, I guess I'm drawing my bow. Or I had my bow drawn.
You already had your
Full
bow drawn.
perspective.
So yeah.
I'm gonna stand in front of Rogan.
Okay. As you meat shield yourself in front of him, it is perceptible to everyone now. Her face tightens and changes as soon as she sees Manya protecting Rogan. There's like a level of frustration that looks like it crosses over the captain's face.
And Madi is ready on the draw. If she tries to shoot Lova, she's dying first.
Okay. Aimed both barrels at Lova and then also at Rogan. Kega looks out at everyone and says, "On this ship we listen to me. There is but one captain." Do we all agree? And
I
she's going,
respect that.
"No one tells you how to run your crew." She looks to you like you are the leader. Lova.
Totally oblivious to that.
Yeah.
Um,
No one tells you how to run your crew. Let us settle our affairs internally. And then she aims off of you and back at Manya. And now she's got one barrel trained on Manya and one trained on Rogan. So,
I think
like,
the only
essentially
problem
just a half a
here-
hair off.
I think the only problem here is that you're not the only one with a claim to Manya right now. So if someone could just explain to me what's going on, I would very much appreciate it. Instead of all of this drawing and punching and soul whatever that was.
Can I jump in? I want to turn to Kega and be like, our goddess, well, my goddess, is the one that hired you to take us. And I'm pretty sure she didn't tell you to kill us. So you're going to respect our group, and you're going to take us where you need to go.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Damn, I'm gonna need to roll an intimidated check. 'Cause
That's a
that was
natural
fucking...
20, and I think +8. So hold on. I think either
Fuck yeah,
+7 or
dude.
+8.
Oh my
Dude.
god. Damn!
As you say this, she says, well, I didn't make any decisions with your goddess, so in fact, I don't have any allegiance. But I hear you. And she will take her gun and she looks at Mari and gives a nod of like, and she reholsters.
I'll lower my bow too.
And Rogan rights himself and stands up and he's rubbing his face and he says, wow, real strong of you to hit someone who couldn't see it coming.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about you.
Darcy had it coming. And you watch as Kega walks up face to face with him and tries to push past Manya. Do you allow her to?
No.
Okay. She walks up like she's going to get face to face and instead ends up nose to nose with Manya, and you can smell a familiar smell. Almost like coconut oil or some sort of very tropical scented coconut smell to it. That kind of wafts up from her collar. And as she stands this close to you, you have a flash of that scary feeling of the moment where you were underwater, out of control, and you can hear your own voice screaming and burbling underneath the currents. But you also are seeing in your own mind just the memory of like a beautiful sunset, sitting on a secluded island piece somewhere, and the both of you busting out ass laughing, drunk as fuck on a beach, just like bullshit laughing together, you and her. And it feels so heartbreakingly happy and familiar that you're like, what the fuck is that? And it fades quickly.
I think that she has the very, like, it's, this time it's confused, but Mari, I would say that since you asked before, you can tell that there's a small amount of fear. And she pushes herself, like, kind of, like, back into Rogan, but not to, like, push him, just against him, basically.
Bumps into him?
Yeah.
Okay. He will take his hand, and as she bumps into him, like into his chest area, he will take his hand and put one hand on her like shoulder and waist and push himself in front of her and interpose. And he walks up to Kega and says, "You have no navigator now. What say you?" And Kega, okay, hold on. I have to see if she's being manic or not. Oh, wow. Okay. The draw is ridiculously quick. The only person that you have ever seen who's able to draw this fast is Mari. Quickly, the fucking gun comes out of the side of her pocket and she takes the butt of the pistol and smacks this dude across his jaw. Another hit, and he did not see it coming. This time striking him on the other side. Do you allow that to happen? Because you're shaking your head no, so I'm not going to push it if you're trying to interpose here.
No, I just said that's so rude.
Yeah, okay.
And truthfully, I'll be real with you. as a captain, if someone had killed my navigator, I'd have killed them. So I don't even have any objections here. No, guy's an idiot. Hit him again.
So she hits him in the jaw, and he takes the impact. It looks like it hurts. And he rights himself, and he clears his throat, and he outwardly straightens his stance, and he says, "So what say you, Kega?" And she hits him again.
Yes.
And then this hit it's much more not hold back. There's a level of him challenging the captain that looks like she's trying to make an example out of him now. She clocks him in the jaw so hard with the back of the gun that you see his entire lip split open to like the gum line basically. And he falls over. He like full slaps the deck.
Okay, this time I will yell stop.
Okay.
Mari is kind of making sure that Lova doesn't interfere either. Not in a like I'm gonna physically stop you way, but in a like I don't.
I think Lova's got eyes like only on you all. Like she's
On me?
making sure.
On me?
She just wants to make sure everybody is. This is a fucking unhinged situation. There's a
is.
lot of moving fists and pieces, and I think she just wants to make sure nothing is getting sent out to you all. So that's why she didn't put her Miranda away.
As you yell stop, you see Kega looks up at you and says, "Do you still remember how? Do you even know?"
Yeah.
Roll me a deception
Insight
check.
Can I incite that too? I feel like she's lying.
I got
Oh, fuck yeah.
I got an 18.
So did I.
Whoa.
I got a 20 on the dice.
Fuck.
You say yeah, and the wavering in your voice is just not confident.
Just Mari's just got one eyebrow.
And you hear Rogan spit the blood onto the deck and right himself again and like try and stand up, and it takes him a second. He obviously got clocked sideways like that. There's a level of dizziness to him that it takes him a second to right himself. And as he stands up again, he looks at Kega and he says, "She'll remember in time. She's been through a lot. We've all been through a lot. We don't have time to waste. What say you?" And he's just grossly gushing. So,
I wanna look at her pistols. Put them away. I don't want to see them.
Roll an intimidation check.
Where is that? Oh. That's a dirty 20.
Fuck.
Shout
She
out
looks
to
at
Modern
you.
Artifice. They make great tiny little dice. They roll amazing.
We see her look at you, and the concern in your voice makes her kind of soften slightly. And she puts her weapons back holstered. And she like predator handshake grabs Rogan's arm and helps steady him and pulls his arm over onto her shoulder and says, "We have a lot to talk about." And she said, "The lot of you, prep course." You see, as Jameson looks over the deck, he says, "You're the captain, prep course." And like without missing a beat, the ship continues as if this is something that happens to them all the time, as if this is a challenge that goes on and that there's a feud here that happens all the time. For those of you who are looking at Jameson, you would see there's a level of frustration and doubt on his face right now. There's just like this like, he's calling the shots, he's telling them to do what he's telling them to do, but there's like definitely a pensive moment of him just looking at Kega like, you've got to be kidding me. And now the ship is in the process of starting to secure everything on deck, unfurl the ropes, get ready to board off. Kit, roll me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. So the huge umbrella-like kind of sanctioned wings are pulled flat, and they begin to extend to a full wingspan. You can see the way that it pulls up, it makes these almost half discus type sails that then form around the ship at a sideways angle. Using all the rigging that they can, and definitely in ways that are similar to how a ship would take off if it were leaving from a water port. They're going through similar motions, but there seems to be a lot more checking of like the conditions upwards. They are spending a lot of time checking the elasticity of the wing and like opening and closing it and making sure that that is like okay and good to go. Double checking the mast and making sure that that is good. And you watch as Kega and Rogan try to walk like they are going to walk down into the sleeping quarters. You see Kega look over her shoulder and says, I said we have a lot to discuss. Let's go. To Manya.
Is she clearly excluding the rest of us?
Yes. It looks almost as if she's like barking orders at Manya. Like we all have to talk.
Oh, just like a lost puppy. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, she just goes. God damn it.
Okay. As you walk, you can see Rogan is still dazed, but he is heavily leaning on Kega to make the direction of where they are headed.
Before you leave, I call out to them, do you want some healing?
Roll a perception check real quick.
$23.
Fuck.
My
You
curse
catch
is over on my dice curse. Well, I just jinxed myself, but we'll see.
Yeah. As you look over at him, you can see that he tries to make sense of where the sound is coming from behind him, and like he turned, but he's all hobgobbled on the side, and Kega shoots eyes at you that are so fucking mean, that are just so like pit daggers,
I just
at
smirk at
you.
her.
And he goes, "It's all right. I've earned this."
Mm-hmm. He has.
I'll shrug even though he can't see it and let him go.
So he continues. Umbriel, would you please roll me a perception check as you look at the people on the deck who are currently in the process of getting the ship moving?
17.
Okay. There is a crest on the Cambion's armor, Jameson, who you had seen before,
Mhm.
that sparks a little bit of a memory of the dream that you had just had. You feel as if you had seen that crest in your little bit of a dream fasting situation that you had with Lova. And it's mildly familiar. Like, you can't quite place where it's from, but you know that you know it. You have seen it before.
Okay. Can I go up to Lova and ask her if she also recognizes it from the
Yeah.
dream?
Of course.
Do I recognize
She goes up to
it?
Lova.
You can roll a you can roll an insight check to see if this is something that you know. Actually, you could roll a history check. Would probably be your better bet. Nope, or insight if that's better for you. I don't know. It's gonna be rough for you either way because you're a fucking barbarian, so it's gonna suck either way. I was trying to make it easier.
I mean, I rolled a 3. Like before Umbriel even like speaks, I'm just like, no, I don't.
I have
I
no
don't know
idea.
this
I have
either.
never seen that in my life ever.
Manya was right, brain small.
Yeah. No thoughts, just Miranda.
Mari whispers under her breath.
No.
That's so funny.
I hate to say it, but Mari probably thinks Lova is probably the most valuable person on the team at the moment.
Oh my god. Lova's gonna fucking melt if you say that to her. No, she's just like, I have
Listen,
no
I'm
idea.
very good at far away. I can do healing. You know what I can't do? Tank damage. You know what I can't
Yeah.
do as well? Fight up close. So if I'm looking for like the yin to my yang or the yang to my yin, the person I want to stand back to back with, it's Lova. Sorry.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me.
Listen, Manya's gonna be the one starting the fight. So by not being with Manya, I probably avoid half the fights. And Dahlia is eventually gonna piss someone off by invoking her goddess, and that's gonna start a fight. And I'm gonna step the way back. You know.
I totally thought you were gonna be like, Dolly's just annoying.
No,
You and me,
I
Emmy.
would never.
You and
There's
me.
there's a logic static reason. She hasn't seen what Umbriel can do. So as far as she's concerned, Umbriel is not very combat efficient. And Kit, love Kit. Kit's probably more likely to hurt me accidentally blowing up than she is to like help. So no, it's Lova. 100% Lova.
That's so funny.
I'm
Meanwhile,
in it.
Lova's like, I have no idea what this is.
Who do you ship? Get in the comments.
Battle Bud.
So
Donate 100 bits and Allie will write a book about it.
Listen, someone did already donate 100 bits to me, looking pretty.
Hey.
Ooh.
All right, so you see Lova lost in the sauce trying to like make sense of that guy's armor. And she's like, "No, I have no idea." You can't get this gnawing feeling that there is something that you know about that symbol, and you're gonna have to think on it. Maybe a little bit later in the night, I will have you roll for it again.
Okay. All right.
Kit, with your 16, you did not see signs of Azeroth anywhere. You do, however, see White Guard walking around in the woods.
Okay. Does it seem like we're like really close to leaving?
Yeah, it seems like you guys are in the process of getting packed up.
Okay. I think she would try and ping Azeroth again and just say, I think it's time to go now.
You ping him, and he currently does not pick back up.
Okay. I think she would just be like pacing and looking over the side.
Okay. The ship begins to go like it is ready and tethered to fly, or untethered rather, and ready to fly. And what happened?
Is Kit pacing where someone can see her?
Oh yeah, for sure. She hasn't been hiding it this whole time. She's kind of been like a little
Anxious,
behind
quiet.
the group and like very clearly anxious,
Okay.
sort of towards the edge of the ship, looking off.
Mari would probably say something. I don't know if you want to do this like as the ship is rising. Um, but ultimately Mari thinks you're concerned for the wrong reason. Um, but she'll kind of walk up to you and say something like, have you seen someone die before? I'm
Have
sorry.
I?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Horrible, visceral, awful, but it's just normal to you because it's been around the palace and stuff like that. Like they have no problem slaying somebody who doesn't fall in line with what they're looking for. So yeah, you've seen all kinds of brutal, horrible, awful death. Um though I would say you do have a moment of like horror and recognition at what those who are missing pieces of their soul look like. So there's a little bit of that is like disconcerting, having like this almost piranha like moment for this woman. Um but like there's a huge level of grateful that you are complete, but knowing that there are people out there that are just broken shells of themselves that are so incomplete that they can't even wander the forest lost.
Think I've ever seen anybody die like that.
Was a bit unsettling.
A little.
And then I think Mari would have a moment where she's like, "Oh, that's not what's bothering her." And then she'd probably straighten just a tiny bit and say, "So is something else bothering you?"
Um, I think I'm coming with everyone.
Was that not already decided?
Um, I decided on the way here.
Well, we're happy to have you.
You are?
Of course.
Thank you.
Kit, you can restore a sanity point if you have any that are currently missing.
Oh, yay.
I think it's the first time that's happened. That's good to know.
I didn't know it could happen.
I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Mari has a moment where she's like, "Shit." And then she's like, "Someone should have said it before."
You you think so?
Of course.
That I I don't know how to feel about that. Thank you. I think kids like kind of I think there are physical sparks a little bit.
That's so fun. Yeah.
Not like meltdown, but I do think that this is like a twitchy machine.
God.
Processing in a weird way.
What?
Uh you see the little this like quaffed of space of vibration between the particleized soul and the flapping beginning of the airship as it begins to hover ever so slightly. Um, in the woods, off in the distance, you can see the white guard from where you had last spotted them. Your eyes look out on the horizon, and you're trying to see where he might be, when he is coming, if he is coming. And you see that they are wandering in the woods. Uh, would you like to check their frequency?
Um in a second, I think that she would say to Mari and uh she would just say, as he was supposed to come and say goodbye.
Mari does that. I'm gonna be very specific with this, and I think you're gonna understand. When there's a child of divorced parents and a parent constantly promises to show up and doesn't, that realization of the first parent when they're like, "Oh fuck, they're not coming." Mari has that exact fucking look on her face. That like, "Oh, I gotta be the one to tell this kid they're not going to Disneyland with dad." You know, like that specific
Oh,
look. Mari has that on her face for probably half a second. And then she will look over the edge. I imagine, Kate, you're looking over the edge.
Yeah.
So she'll probably look over the edge. She'll put a hand on your shoulder in a bit of a there thing, like the shoulder that's like next to her, not across your shoulders. And she'll say, "Well, he might have thought we were leaving later. Let's keep an eye out for him."
Okay. And I think that she would now check.
okay. Both of you can roll a perception check, or Kit, you can roll a perception check with advantage. Entirely up to you.
Probably we should both do it if we want a better chance.
Oh, sorry, was the choice one or the other?
Either which works for you guys. So if you want to either give them the help action, you can, or you can roll your own
Yeah,
individually.
I guess it's really your choice, but
Yeah. I mean, I've got a +6 to it.
I don't.
All right, you want to just do singles?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6 from me.
A 24 from me.
Kit, you're looking out and you are feeling devastated because he said he would come. You reached out, he didn't answer, and he is in the process of, as far as you know, disregarding the final wishes that you have.
Final wishes?
Well,
Oh.
the final wishes of this particular moment. So the ship begins to take proper flight. It was probably about, I'd say, 15 feet or so up into the air at this point in time. And Mari, you can see kind of actually what's happening here, it looks like. The White Guard are currently trying to find other White Guard, and like they are running into each other at the woods. It looks like they like are stopping and like talking to each other and like just bumping into each other like Roombas that are lost. Uh and continue to kind of like they interface with each other and then they sprout in different directions, and then you'll see another one like very swiftly running across the woods, and they'll bump into each other and then they'll go in different directions. And you can see walking incredibly slow in high-heeled knee-high boots, angry as fuck, is Farina, walking very slowly and maybe 15 feet behind her, but looking like he's trying to run. Like actually running and just sucking ass at it because he's so out of shape in comparison. You see the gangly form of Azeroth behind.
So Mari is really trying. Like she is hoping beyond hope that these stupid hellions don't break Kit's heart again, because it's only been 10 times since we showed up yesterday. You know, like it hasn't been a great track record. So she's
Right.
really trying. And she has no idea what these little white dots are, but they're not typical forest things, and they're moving weird, and that's probably how she spots it. And then she spots Verena, spots Azzy, and then she's probably so focused that she doesn't even speak in common at first. She's like, "Mira, look, Kit, they're right there, right there.
I
They're
think
late, but they're here."
can I see them? Kit would be like really like craning to look.
Yeah, you can see it takes a second. Kind of like when someone spots a bird and tries to point out where it is and you can't exactly place it on the horizon of where they are. But then you see it, you see Verena, her red hair kind of sticking out. And she is walking full hip, a good couple feet in front of him, and you see him almost like doubled over like he's holding his side in stitches. As he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think we can make it. I don't know if I can make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. And she's like, hurry up. And she's like very angrily walking ahead of him. But she is in the process of marching. You can see them.
I think Kit would be like clinging to the side of the ship, looking over, just waiting for them to get close enough.
Mm-hmm. Uh, you see as the entirety of the deckhands are working to make the sails. Nope, don't say that. They're gonna. Yep, I'm just gonna say it. I don't even care because my brain's like that. To make the sails erect and to make sure that the entirety of the boat is good to go. And they begin to flap and put a gust underneath them that allows for a huge amount of pickup. And you can see they're probably about 40 or 50 feet from the dock. And then you guys are probably about 40 feet in the air. So he is like running towards you, but he is slow. You could tell he's in some physical labored pain. There's heavy breathing.
I think that anyone looking at Kit would be able to tell that she is like visibly excited. She's like bouncing on her toes a little bit, kind of trying to be as big as possible so that they can see her faster. And like waving.
You can hear him yelling at like the top of his lungs, but it's like labored breathing. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I tried. I was trying.
I think Kit would call back at, are we like, we're like splitting, right?
Yeah, you
like
guys are in the air and you're about to like take off type shit. Yeah. And he's at ground level and like yelling up at this ship. And you can see there are people on the ship now that are looking over the edge very confused and bewildered at the type of communication that's going on right now. Like, what? Who the fuck are these people? Why did they show up? You see.
Wait a minute. So, are the people around not recognizing the royal family?
You are noticing that they are not actively aware of who these people are, except for Jameson, who once he sees Azeroth run forward and sees Verena, he begins to look like he's going to fly off of the edge of the ship. He's like, tiger bitch, and begins to jump up onto the like the rope hanging that connects the crow's nest to the side of the ship. It's like a multi-laced thing. And he goes like he's going to jump off, and you see someone place their hand on his shoulder.
I need to know what this Jameson looks like.
I will send you a photo.
So I thought I was muted. I'm so sorry. I'm like, he's not the blind guy or the blindfolded guy.
He was the horned guy that was
I
flying.
didn't see anyone else.
Hold on, I got you.
He's the Cambion with the goat horns.
Yep. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming for you. Sorry, everybody else. You don't get to see, but they'll get to see.
It's for me.
I lied.
It's okay. I don't need it now. I just
okay.
I need
well, I'll
something...
get it. I will get it to you so you have it. But anyway,
right now in my head, he looks like Zoro from One Piece, and I was like, that's not right. So I need something else in my head.
So he is looking like he's going to jump off of the ship. He is full throttle, looking angry. And you see this beautiful woman, blonde hair, big teeth, these pointed long elven ears, a little bit of an updo. Her shirt is tied in the very centermost part of like her breasts, and she has gigantic like horrifically large, almost painful looking breasts and these wide hips. She's shaped like she has had so much plastic surgery that it's amazing that she's able to keep herself in this form.
Maybe I'm thinking about the One Piece anime.
And she looks over at him and she's like, "Now, Jameson, honey, please slow your roll. You know Keg'll have your ass." And he's like, "She was supposed to be here. This shit with Darcy wouldn't have happened." She said, "That shit with Darcy was long coming. You should have seen that from a mile away. Keg'd hasn't been putting up with her for a minute, and honestly, she's not very good at navigating, dear. I promise you, this new girl, she knows what she's doing. We have a history."
I'm locked in on that.
Uh-huh. And you see Verena looking up at Jameson, and she's smiling, and she's looking at him and twirling her hair like, and he is angry. He's just shooting her fucking daggers from underneath. And Azeroth is standing there and like picking hard at his fingernails as he's like looking up at Kit, and he's like, "I tried to get here sooner. I'm not good at running."
Yeah, I think Kit would call down and just say, "Thank you. You came."
He's a sweet boy.
Say bye. Tell him you'll see him again soon.
I don't know if I will.
It's not the point. You say that so you both feel better about leaving. It's a promise that you'll survive and you'll come back.
Oh. Okay. I'll see you again soon.
I love her.
The ship rises and continues off. This woman kind of holding on to Jameson's armor, not quite allowing him to leave the circumstance. And as the ship takes off, the little "I'll see you again soon" rings for Azeroth. And if anybody could see or hear, what they would see or hear is, "That's positive data." And she would begin to the ship would begin to kind of take off. We will pause here for a moment for break. Everybody can use the restrooms, and we will be right back with this piece. We'll pick it right back up here.
Action.
Jeb takes 10 damage as an arrow slams into him from in front.
Adventure.
My definition of dangerous is anything that gives me butterflies.
Backflips?
I think if me tries to do a backflip, he should have disadvantage on the pure fact of not having a spine that moves.
This Spells Disaster is a live play TTRPG podcast currently playing the campaign Tears of Aurelian, a homebrew campaign by our dungeon master Nathan using the D&D 2014 rule set.
He's quaking in his little boots that he doesn't wear.
I just want to watch Spittle eat mashed potatoes.
Join the party known as Vertically Challenged as they traverse the lands of Aurelian in search of missing children as chaos, misfortune, and dragons find them at every turn.
That's your job.
We know it's a dragon or whatever.
Join us as hijinks and shenanigans ensue in each and every episode of This Spells Disaster. Check us out wherever you listen to podcasts.
Just what we need. A musician.
All right, so we are going to jump right back in. We will pick up with under the deck in the captain's quarters. Jumping down underneath, we can see the captain's quarters to set the scene. They enter through a big wooden door that has an iron lock on the outside. You can see she opens the lock and proceeds through the door and then reaches back and grabs his hand and guides him through the door. And he continues to walk and sit down and orient himself. It seems he knows where his seat and his place is that in this room, but he's staggered because of how hard he has been hit. So he finds purchase on his seat, and just kind of exhales along in slow. Kega is pacing around the room. It's a square room, equal parts on all sides. And it looks like there's just enough room in here for 2 separate mattresses, both of the twin variety, that are across from each other. There are 2 separate dressers that are across from each other on the opposite walls, 2 gigantic mirrors for each of them that face each other, and a writing desk that looks like it is shared between the 2 of them. There are huge wicker baskets that are full of like 5 or 6 foot long rolls of paper, and like a huge drafting table here. There's additionally on the table here, it looks to be some sort of map that is resembling like a double helix or a DNA spiral, to kind of give you some orientation on what that looks like. And they all walk in here, and you watch as the door closes behind Manya, and you hear Kega clear her throat, and she says, "So prove it. Prove that you're Ravina. Tell me something that only she would know."
Does the room look almost exactly the same, except like there's 2 of everything now because I didn't get the graces of 2?
Yes, it looks like everything here is not shared. That seems to be very much divided in like almost like a half-seats type quarters.
Does she have the, like, basically the exact same bookshelf?
Similar, but not exactly the same. As you remember it, it's very much a doubled memory for you, where you're seeing this as it is and feeling the static of like the life that you have lived before and a similar style quarters, but it's not the same, and it feels a little discerning, like almost like someone's challenging your reality of what you know.
Okay. Am I allowed to remember where the book is?
I will say, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
To see if you can spot it at all.
Okay. 18.
18. It is not in the same spot, but as your eyes search around the room for some semblance of what's going on, you can see that that book is sitting on the top of the drawing table. But it is not on the bookshelf. It's actively been like cracked open recently and is like on the table.
Okay. So she's gonna point at it. Well, if you don't hate me, there should be a picture of me in there somewhere. Perhaps ripped, I don't know.
You see a flush come over Kega's face, like a little bit of a blush, to the cheeks, and she says, "Okay, so you could have snooped. People know who you are. How do you know us?" She asks very pointedly and is looking at Rogan.
So it's very I killed you.
time's out. I might have to ask you a question that is time frame sensitive. Sorry.
Mhm.
For you, is your compass currently exposed?
Always, yeah. She
Okay.
never do it correctly.
No. I'm just questioning. I understand. Okay. As you say, I killed you. She looks at you and looks at the locket, the compass of hers, and says, all along I've been looking for it and you have it. And she's going to reach out and try and take it from you.
I'm gonna grab it. And hold it close to me. I'm like this.
Clutching it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are her. And you see Kega gets incredibly close to you. As you look at her, you can see the front of her shirt that is all saturated and blood-stained and clotted and clogged. And you almost feel like you can hear the thumping heartbeat coming from the compass. And as you hold it, you can feel this pulsating boom 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 take a vibration slowly taking over, a tremor in your hand.
I think that if she's coming closer, she isn't backing away, but I think she is sidestepping to get out of her way. And not on purpose, move towards Rogan, but she's not going towards the table. So she's, going, more towards, the beds, because the beds where, the window and stuff was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you see...
But she's not, looking away from her. It's, a sidestep.
Uh-huh. You see her almost do, a body double dodge, trying to figure out where your step is and figure out why you're stepping away from her. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Are you fucking kidding me? 5.
Excellent. You go to sidestep, and her doing this strange kind of dick you out dodgy movement causes you to stumble on your feet a little bit, and she outwardly steps on your boot and holds your foot in place while you're trying to move to the side, and you kind of do a trip stumble and start to fall over, and she grabs you by the waist in this hovering over you, almost dip of a position where she has your foot pinned. And she says, "That's mine. And I'm gonna need it back." And then she's going to kiss you.
Oh, she gets pushed away.
Does she? So spicy. I think...
Did you not hear me? I said that I killed you. We did not end on good terms.
Okay. I need you to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, cool. Rolled the same number twice.
Excellent.
You said what?
A perception check at disadvantage.
Okay, 18.
An 18. Wow. Okay. Before you have the time to react to it, but definitely noticeable to you, you feel that little bit of pressure of where your locket typically sits in your hand loosen for ever so slightly for a second when she pushes up against you in this way and plants this kiss on you. And in your removing yourself from her, she snatches the locket away from you. So she is currently in possession of it. It is in her hand. And you saying we did not end on good terms. She takes this very flowery step backwards, almost like dancing, this like low dip to step back and away from you. She's got this crazy footwork. And she spins on her heel and she opens it up like she's going to look inside to find something. And she stops and stares.
No. I need that back. I am pretty sure that I will get in trouble. I need that.
And you watch as her eyes flood over and well up with tears. And then she looks at you and you can tell that there is a sense of remembrance.
I don't know why it happened.
I feel like she will take the locket and look at you and unbutton her first two buttons, and you can see the like open hole in her chest in between her cleavage.
I think that she closes her eyes, and I think that she just starts pleading, like, I don't want to remember, please. I don't want to see it again.
I think she will try to trigger warning for body gore and body horror coming up, just so that way if that's not your stick, feel free to take your headphones off. So I just wanna you watch as she tries to pry her heart from the inside of the compass, and you can see as she's like reaching into it, this like, for you when it is in your hands, there's this sinuous type of small beating heart, almost like if there was a heart extracted from a smaller animal or something like that that was just stuck inside of this compass. You see as she touches it, it's almost like when you preserve something scientifically incorrect. And as she touches it, it starts to slowly crumble and deteriorate. Like little pieces of it start to like break off and crush underneath her finger as she's trying to like very delicately pick this like little rabbit heart out of the compass. It looks like she is, as she's touching it, it looks like she is doing damage. What would you like to do?
I closed her eyes. I don't think I see it.
Okay. She tries to reach for it and she cannot get it out. It powders like a blush or a eyeshadow that was dropped, like a palette that had been smashed, and she is trying to hold the like little disintegrated particleized pieces and is just like meshing it around in her hand like a pigmented powder that she's trying to like, no, don't.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm about to be so useless. Fuck. I think that she still has her eyes closed, and I think at this point, she is like outwardly, it's not like sobbing, but like they're sniffles. Like Rogan back there would probably know based on the sounds, but Kega would see them.
Kega is also mentally deteriorating at this moment. As you start to like cry and have that emotional flare up for you, you can hear her just repeating herself over again. No, this isn't how this is supposed to work. This isn't how this is supposed to go. I thought this would fix it. I've been looking for you. And she is like, you above deck can hear that there are raised voices from underneath deck.
Well, that's a
and
call if I've ever heard one.
yeah, we will jump back up to top deck for a moment. Just trying to keep these two timelines together.
I think Mania's in trouble again.
At this time frame, you can see that the Cambion fellow, Jameson, is
Oh yeah, Jameson.
spreading his wings and looking
Dashing.
out at Wanda, who had been holding onto his armor, consoling him, and she says, "Look, honey, if it was meant to happen, you can just kill her later. It's fine. There's always time."
Oh, that's my kind of guy. Shit.
And so you see him and he's shaking his head and he's like, "I'm really beginning to question Keiko's rationale."
Oh, mutiny.
To which Wanda says, "I wouldn't say that too loud, honey, or you'll be the one ending up overboard." And then she taps him twice on the shoulder and starts to walk away from him towards you guys.
Dolly, are you running over to flirt first, or?
I'm playing it cool.
She approaches and says, "Hi, welcome. Y'all are cargo, but also passengers, so I'm really glad y'all are here. I just wanted to say, for all of you who are new to the ship, I wanted to welcome you first because it seems as if we might have gotten off to a bad foot." And she gives you the most broad teeth smile. This woman has an incredibly perfect, sparkling, gigantic smile. She's just all teeth when she smiles. It eats her whole face up. And she gets like a very howdy, like, kind of nod to y'all. And a little bit of a curtsy, it looks like, as she pulls her garment to describe what she's wearing. She's got an emerald green dress on. It's got big puffy sleeves. There's this like diamond type looking brooch that is in the centermost part of it where the shirt is gathered. It is definitely a dress, but it looks like the stomach piece of it is cut out, so you can see her stomach is tight. She's got like some mommy type stretch marks in the center of it, but you can see that she's got like pretty fucking like tight stomach, wide hips, huge big old bitties, and she's wearing this like almost halter topped emerald dress that comes around the top and ties around the middle waist part to show like her.
Dolly Parton pirate style.
It 100% is Dolly Parton. It is Dolly Parton. So I'm very glad that you were able to pick it up off of
Sailing 925.
Yeah.
I wanted Dolly Parton on my ship, okay?
It's incredible.
Dolly Parton as an elf pirate was just like my idea of a whimsical fun time. I was like, "Oh, it's serving Chapel Rome vibes. I'm here for it."
Amazing.
Hire the hair, hire the goddess, baby.
So to be clear, I think Kit and I are on kind of the one end of the ship because we were kind of looking out for Azzy,
Yeah.
and I think Lova, Umbriel, and Dahlia are just kind of standing where all the
Right in center deck. So I think
shenanigans happened.
you guys were probably over towards the edge of the ship, towards the back part of the ship, so that way Kit could communicate with Azzy as the ship was taking away. And they are probably in the middlemost part of the ship where the mast is.
So Dolly Pirate is just with me and Kit at the moment.
No, Dolly Pirate would be heading into the centermost mast part because she was on the top part of the ship with the Cambion.
Perfect. So not us. It's
Yeah.
all you.
So to the middle of you guys, and you and Kit would be on like the far end, and she is not being quiet about it. She's given like a proper jolly introduction.
I'm gonna smile at her and say hello and check her up and down, which might look like I'm flirting, but I'm studying her.
Hell yeah. As you take in her likeness, just roll me. You can roll me a insight check with advantage to keep this like caricature of her that you have in your mind. and we'll see how close it is. So I know you can mirror it perfectly, but she's a little extra. She looks a little made up. She's a little something else.
23.
Fuck yeah. Okay, you can add this to the Rolodex of people that you can potentially change into if you want to.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, that Rolodex definitely includes all of us now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Easily. Spend a couple of days with you. I would say there's plenty of time to
Absolutely.
evaluate. This is just on a quick one-off. If she stares at her for half a second, can she copy? Yes. The answer is yes. This woman is iconic. So you she's oh, god damn, how rude of me. And she's gonna stick her hand all the way out to you, and she's gonna almost like it looks like she's gonna go and shake it, but instead she bends it at the wrist like this for you to kiss it. And she says,
I'll kiss it. Why not?
hell yeah. Oh yeah, you get brownie points. You get inspiration, DM inspiration for that one. She is going to blush because she's just a little bit of a flirt like that. She's going, honey, Wanda Dudrick, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is all ours. Thanks for having us aboard your ship.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is there anything that y'all tormented souls need on your passage to the next level?
Where are we going? Actually, would you mind telling us that?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'll have to find out. It seems our trajectory has changed in the past, day or so. We were appointed to go down to Vaporkug, but I don't know how far y'all are traveling with us. I think it's just like the first layer, so but we'll see.
Okay, great.
Roll an intelligence check. Or a religion check. Entirely up to you, whichever you would prefer.
$18.
18. I would say that is not quite high enough to recall a lot of memory about this specific facet, but in the Nine Hells, you know that there is a rumored domain of essentially when all robots die, all automatons, where they're supposed to go is Vaporkug, which is essentially just a mechanical wasteland, is what you can recall from it.
Okay.
But she says it a little funny. It's supposed to be vapor cog is what it is how it's spelled. But she calls it Vaporkug.
Kind of like her version better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you guys were traveling there and dropping us off along the way.
Well, yes. I don't know how far y'all are coming. There's been some disputing, as you could see. We had this fantastic navigator who was going to get us back there, but it seems as if she's not here anymore. So we're just going, we're flying by the seat of our pants, honey, and we're going to find out on the way.
Great.
What about your friends over there? Are they all right? Hello? And she's going to wave like a pageant, very pageant wavy over to
Miranda's doing one of like these, like
oh,
with Miranda, like, oh jeez.
she looks like she has never missed a day of waist training in her life. She looks insane. She looks insane.
Miranda Lova puts Miranda fully into her mouth and is just like, God damn it.
The question is, does Miranda like that?
Ooh, does Miranda like it when I
let's see. She does not respond in any way. It is a silent, and then as soon as you remove it from your mouth, she says, "Do I look edible to you?"
Sorry, I'm just nervous.
Me talking to all women. Sorry. Just nervous.
How is Kit doing with Azzy not being in view anymore? Is this like is Kit visibly struggling with this? Or are you just like, anyways?
I think Kit waved until she couldn't see them at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's just oh, let's move on, I'm good. But more of like a satisfied, like he came to see me off. And I do think that she would probably turn to Mari and say, I think those are the two nicest people I know.
The two of them down there.
Yeah, they came to wave to me. And I'll see them soon.
Oh.
You will. Are you ready to go? Oh, we're being waved over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time.
You got this, kid.
Kit would give you a thumbs up back.
Yeah.
Like she would like study what you're doing and like emulate. I don't think she's seen this before.
That's so cute. My mind just animated that, like, the scariest souls underneath this fucking flying boat, and it's like hovering above this awful tormented lake, and it's just Kit and Mari giving each other thumbs up. It's so cute. I
The
love
other thing
that.
is, Mari's is a bit, I don't want to say fully awkward, but it's been like, okay, all right, let's go. And I imagine Kit's is just like,
This is maybe a little bit more serious than it should be because she's like, this is it. This is what we're supposed to do now. We have a handshake symbol.
Oh no. This is ours. You guys can't do it.
oh no, I hope it's
No, if
not
somebody
like
does it,
someone
it
else.
means they're on the team.
Oh, that's amazing. So yeah, we'll walk over.
Can I ask Wanda what
we-
what job do you do on the ship?
And real quick at this point in the conversation, at what point do we hear the yelling downstairs?
Probably within the next couple seconds.
Okay, perfect.
It
Just-
takes them a minute to get into it and for her to figure out what's going on with
All
her
right, cool,
locket.
cool. Just to make sure this wasn't concurrently happening.
Yeah. So you asked what is her job on the ship?
Yeah.
Her job on the ship. Did I, babe, co-DM stuff? Did I say what her job on the ship was?
Her job is ship, like Ken. Ken's job is beach. Her job is ship.
Give me 1 second, and I can
I'm pretty
tell
sure I
you
gave
what her
all
job
of the crew.
is.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I gave all of the crew designated titles and stuff. But I don't remember because that's backstory stuff, and it's been a while.
She is actually one of the magic fighters.
Okay, so she's general protection and spellcasting. She's
Yes.
offense. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so she's like, well, I just oversee things here, make sure the people are taken care of. I'm what you would call like a community manager or something like that.
Oh, great.
And if anyone steps out of line, I take care of them.
Good to know.
So I presume you guys haven't seen one of these before, huh? Except
Not that I
maybe
can
you.
remember.
And she points over at Kit, and she's like, "'Cause I haven't seen one of you before, so maybe you're more technologically advanced than myself."
Never left the castle before.
Well, hell. pleasure to take you out of there.
Does anyone have a high passive perception?
Mine's 15.
Pretty sure mine's like 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
never mind.
got 10s across the board.
Oh wow.
I
Just the
have
glory of a
one,
10.
Oh, it's
but
11.
it's probably not going to help you at this point.
No. It doesn't matter. I was gonna reveal something, but nobody really knows, so that's
Oh.
okay. That's cool.
Well, Wanda has a hugely high perception.
Does she?
Yeah.
Excellent. You know how when cats go too high, they extract their nails because they've never been this high off the ground and they're kind of scared that they're gonna fall off? Madi has never flown anything before, did not know that the ship went off the ground, was gripping the rails really hard looking for Azzy when we said goodbye, and is definitely walking a bit more like gingerly next to the mast. And does everyone know we're in the fucking air and ships can do that now?
Definitely Wanda is taking that part of it and
But
like,
not
oh,
in,
you guys know how
not in the
that
nuts
goes, right?
kind of way like a dog would, but in the very like slightly
Oh
more
gosh.
tense way a cat does. That yeah, no.
That makes sense to me. You see, she's like, well, these here will keep us airbound, so that way we don't actually touch with the water because it does damage to the hull, which is the bottom part of the ship for those of you who are less seaworthy and fairly inclined. And so, anyway, the long and short of it is that y'all are cargo, which means just stay on the ship. I don't know if you saw what happened to poor Darcy back there, but that could happen to any of y'all at any time.
Does that happen often? No one seemed very surprised when someone just fell off or pushed off the ship. Shoved off the ship.
Let me see. Let me see. She's a gossiper, so I want to know. Okay, all right. I rolled stupid low. I wouldn't say it's normal, but what I would say is we have plenty of conflict. You know how people are. And she's gonna give you one of those like little hand passes. Um, as you're like taking in the majority of the crew here, you have a mixed bag. There are both monsters. There are goods. There are all types of different races of like tieflings. There's an elf. There is a half orc. There is
Am I used to seeing such a diverse group of people?
no, not at all.
Okay.
So that is definitely something for you that feels like culture shocky a little bit. Also, this is the first time that I would say that you probably have ever come face to face with infernal creatures at all. Besides like in readings and stuff like that, and the occasional like one or
I
two.
read like
Yeah.
books.
Oh yeah. I mean, you
No,
were you were
yeah, I did.
trained.
Yeah.
So, I would
went to
say
school.
I don't just kick ass. I'm complicated. um, I would say that you have some knowledge of some of these creatures and people and humanoids, and some of them are totally foreign to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't
Um,
really consider anyone like a non-person unless they were like mostly shadow beast, in which case
Right.
shoot first, never ask questions.
Yeah. So for the types of folks that you're seeing aboard, though, it couldn't be more of like a varied crew.
Hmm.
So it was one of those things where, as you are looking out at all of the members of the ship and kind of making nice with Wanda, you can hear elevated voices happening from underneath the ship at this point in time.
Does it seem like fighting elevated voices? Like arguing elevated voices?
It's definitely a terse conversation, like an angry tone that you can hear coming up
Mm,
from the bottom. They're not
Ma-
screaming like in pain or anything like that. There's no sound of like combat, but there's definitely raised voices happening.
Mari disappears. Just straight shadow stepping over to get closer to kind of be there
Okay. And everyone else? Reactions?
I'll say if Mari disappears really quickly, I'm gonna look back over to the below deck door and see if I see her appear there.
Yeah, it's just faster to travel with the step and then actual steps with my legs, you know.
I don't know if we should intervene. I don't know what to do.
Do you feel the pressure?
I don't think I'm gonna intervene. I think I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Mari knows what she's doing.
I love your confidence in me.
I literally think I think Lova is like from yesterday. I trust you to fuck shit up when you are like doing your thing. Like if you're focused, I'm just like I'm not disturbing that. That's fucking not bad.
I think I will go join Mari by the door and just kind of keep on alert.
Oh, I'm opening the door. Like, this isn't like I'm gonna listen to see what's going on. Like, I heard elevated voices. I imagine when I come closer, I'm hearing the no-nos that were happening. And yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. Well, first you make your way to the swingy open door. And you can, as you shadow step, you would kind of disappear from view and reappear. Can that be counterspelled, or is that something that is?
Oh god. I mean,
I think Misty Step can.
It's a Misty Step can.
Misty Step can, but I don't know if this particular facet can.
Fair.
I think it can. I don't think it's any special. Yeah, because I would have to go into shadow to be invisible first. If I was just in the middle of a deck, it would have to be a Misty spell.
Okay. Hold on.
Or a Misty Step, I should say. And we've really just flavored the Misty Steps as Shadow Steps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no! I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Blessing the Raven Queen. No. Cannot be counterspelled.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Cool.
sorry.
Not as
My
hell
DM
yeah.
brain keeps all that shit in like weird little
No, you're
slots,
right.
and I'm like, hold on. Okay, so since you can't be counterspelled, the way that this is going to work is you are going to shadow step over in that direction. As you do, Dahlia will catch that you are headed that way. She will look at Wanda and begin to head in that direction. Because you can't be invisible. So if you go and you're following that direction, she's going to essentially know which way you guys are going. As soon as she sees you reappear, she is going to cast Hold Person on you.
What's the DC on that? Or what's the save on that?
Give me 1 second. A Wisdom saving throw, please.
25.
What was it?
25.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, 24.
24. Okay. It doesn't hold. Emily, would you also roll for me?
What check was it?
That is going to be a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's a 5 on the dice, so I know it's going to be balls.
Oh, I missed what you said. I'm sorry, babe.
Oops. Yeah, 14.
14? Okay. You are, as you're like walking towards and going like you're going to head down, you freeze in spot. You feel your feet stuck. Your breath stuck. Your voice hitched. Anything that you were trying to do in the sense of movement has been halted. And you hear Wanda speak up. Now, honey, don't go and get involved. You'll get yourself killed. Respectfully, you guys are more or less bargaining chips, and I just hate to see another person thrown in.
Can I speak in Hold Person, or am I locked up?
I think you can speak in Hold Person, correct? DM friends? People? people of the jury.
You can speak.
I'm the DM.
Nicole.
You could speak. It's hard, but you could speak. It feels choked.
You can speak if you're just speaking, but it would stop somatic components if you're trying to cast spells. That way, it's not that you're totally mute, but you can't necessarily take an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just would call out to Wanda. I'd be like, ma'am, we just want to make sure our friend's okay.
I promise all you're gonna do is piss everyone off. I think you run things, and you guys are just property here.
I'll stand down. I'll just accept that I'm stuck.
Oh.
You're like, ma'am.
I'll just accept that I'm property.
Yeah, I'm like,
Please.
I'm like,
please
shit.
don't.
I'm like, whatever. Is that a whole minute I'm locked up?
It's just it's a minute. So,
if Mari is opening the door, I feel like she's opening the door at my response.
Well, if you're opening the door, Mari, you're only getting through the swing door. There's still a whole walk back towards the, like, I don't know how to describe this the right way. Let me think for a second. It's almost like an L-shaped corridor when you come down. So you come down the steps, there's a little bit of a hallway that tucks in, and then there's a mass of sleeping quarters towards the left-hand side. A lot of different, like, little hammocks and stuff like that. And then there's a long hallway that goes this way that's got storage and eating quarters and shit like that in it. And then at the very end of the boat, so imagine like where you were standing originally, at the very back of the boat is where the captain's quarters is. And so there's another door there that's like a big wooden door. So you can get through, you can definitely get in, but you're getting into like more sleeping quarters area. You're not going to be able to like burst through the door yet.
Okay, so I get 30 feet with the Blessing of the Raven Queen, which is a bonus action, so then I can dash and get 60 feet.
Okay.
So 90 feet total.
Okay.
Would kind of be what I'm walking.
You close the distance and you are able to approach the door.
And I'm listening the whole time. Like, my intention is not open the door and shoot somebody, but it's if Manya is being hurt, stop it.
Check on her, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You go to the door, you reach the door. Manya, at this time, you can hear Kega's freaking out. It sounds like she's mid-panic. And Mari, you go to twist the handle to get the latch in, and it is locked.
If I can tell that it's someone else panicking and not Manya, I don't know what I can hear at this point. But if it sounds like
you can hear that there's the captain's voice going, no, it's not supposed to work like this. It's not supposed to work like this.
Then I won't open the door quite yet.
Okay.
I will listen.
As you approach, even if you like try the door, it is locked, just so you are aware.
Okay.
I'll
say just for the sake that like I tried it. But like one of those soft things to see if it moves and not like
Manya, how do you respond?
I'm sorry, I didn't. I wouldn't have. What did you do to me?
What do you mean, what did I do to you? You're the one that hurt me.
But I wouldn't have hurt you without reason.
What reason could you have had to have hurt me?
I don't know, Kega. What did you do to me?
I didn't do anything. I think that she's like hands in her hair, pulling it away from her scalp, kind of crunched over on the ground, knees huddled to the chest, and she's like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to you. I was trying to fix stuff.
But it doesn't make sense because I wouldn't just. And now it's broken, and
you can hear Rogan kind of clear his throat as he's sitting there. He says, I heard you calling for me, and so I came to you. And by the time I had gotten there, it was too late, and neither of you were there. So I don't know what happened.
I think that she think that she like blushes like a really deep purple at that. Because I think that she doesn't remember the reason why she was, but I think that like when he says that, she like remembers the calling.
You hear Kega look over in his direction, away from you and up from her hands, and kind of cuts a look at him, and she's like, why would she call for you? What could you do for her? And he said, by the time that I had gotten there, he had already taken over.
He? What do you mean?
Kega would start to cry. She would start to look like around frantically, and then she would start to very slowly cry. Just like it would start as one small little leak, and then as soon as it starts, it would just be like an unload. Off both sides of her cheeks, tears rolling. She would just say, but why? And Rogan would stand and walk like he's walked around this room a gazillion times and find his way over to her side and kind of like bump into her with his foot first. And then squat down and just say, I don't know why. I've yet to figure it out. And you watch as he takes a hand and places it on her back in between her shoulder blades and starts to rub like small circles in between her shoulder blades that shows that they are a little bit more comfortable with one another than you had remembered.
What are you guys doing?
I'm comforting her, the same as I've done for you.
You guys don't do that.
Kega's blatantly sobbing, and he's like, Manya, not now.
And I think that she's looking around the room. I think she's taking in that there are double of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
With the heart disintegrated, is there any like pain or tiredness?
For Kega?
No, me.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel any different.
Cool.
Kega looks shattered. She
Yeah.
looks like a broken human right now.
Tiny cut to Mari outside the door, like, ooh, what?
Just eavesdropping on this shit. Shit, this would be really troublesome. Wanda above deck is going to walk over until she is face to face with Dahlia. And she's going to say, I'm going to drop this spell, but I need to be sure that y'all can be trusted. Now, if you would go grab your friend respectfully before I have to decimate the both of you, I would greatly appreciate it. Can't y'all behave? It's your first day on the ship, goddamn.
I don't think my friend's gonna listen to me, but I'd like to get out of this hold.
She does this very dramatic, like, and the spell drops, and she looks back at you, and you feel your body loosen. She's like, well, I have an option. I can go down there and forcibly remove her myself, or you can try and convince her, tell her it's a good idea to mind her own business and come up here, let the big dogs talk to one another.
Oh man, what do I want to do? I know Mari's not gonna listen to me.
You could try.
Should I try? I don't know. I could let you get in trouble with the crew. That's an option.
You could totally let me get in trouble with the crew.
Spicy.
I don't think Manya would want us to interfere anyways. I'm gonna step back and raise my hands up.
Amazing.
2 notes before I come face to face with Dolly Parton. This corridor that I'm in, is it brightly lit? Is it dimly lit? Is there... Because you know Mari's a hide in the shadows at all times, girly.
I think it's candlelit, like flickery candlelit, but many of them, like inside little lanterns and stuff like that, that are posted up on all of the wood trellises across the top that make, the composition of the deck. So it is lit in here, just as like any underneath the ship would be, but not specially so, if that makes sense. So there are still shadows, nooks, crannies, places you could tuck and hide if you were trying to.
Like if I was trying to be out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's almost instinctual to be out of sight. Like she's not arrow poised ready to do something, but she is out of sight. Okay, well if something happens, she's nosy, you know.
Okay. Give me 1 second because I have to look something up for myself.
Sure. And I gotta look up the thing now. If they have true sight, they can still see me, but like there's a bunch of ways that they don't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, if they rely on regular sight or dark vision, they can't see me.
Okay. Before she proceeds to head down, she said, I'm not going to tell her you didn't save her, but know where your allegiances lie. And she walks like she's going to go down the steps. And as she presses the swinging door open, Mari, you can hear the sound of the door opening. But you do not see anyone as Dahlia, you catch her mid open the door. She wild shapes into an owl and flies up into the top part of the raftery part underneath the deck. And she is currently poised and waiting.
So we're all just chilling out.
Currently, everyone is holding pause. Top deck for Umbriel and Lova and Kit, you can see that as soon as Wanda leaves the front part of the deck, he follows suit following her. So you see as he starts to make a motion like he's moving past, he looks at you. Dahlia, roll me a perception check. Or an insight check, your choice.
Sorry, I'm trying to do math.
You're fine. Take your time.
27.
Holy shit. Okay, then I'll give you a lot of details. He walks by and you can see in his hand he has almost like this metal staff that he has been holding at his side the entire time that he uses to walk like a walking stick. And as he walks past you and he looks at you, he has got these like they're pupilless, like golden eyes. The little bit of the iris is kind of that gold color. The rest of it is totally blacked out. So he's only got this like yellow ring, it looks like. And as he peers in your direction and cuts eyes at you, you can take him in at his full height and kind of assess him and dress him down for who he is this close. He's wearing full-plated armor. The weapon that he is currently carrying looks to be some sort of like javelin or like jousting stick of sorts. Like this staff definitely has a multi-purpose, multi-purposed weapon piece to it. You can see that there's a part of it that looks like it will fold in and shift into like a sharper edge, depending on how he swings it. And as you're seeing him, the full plate mail, the metal gauntlets, the entirety of his boots, all of the aesthetic of this crafting of this armor looks vaguely familiar to you from childhood. A type of crafting that is utilized in metalsmithing work from the Feywild and from the use of Fey elves in particular. High elves who lived in the upper ranking in political society, of whom you had kind of brushed elbows with in your younger years. This image of that type of armor comes to mind, and you can see that. Roll a religion check as well with that high of a roll. You would have catched that he has a religious symbol, it looks like, on the frontmost part of the armor.
Oh, this one's bad. 9.
9. You don't recognize the symbol, but you can suss out that this is a paladin of some sort. Just from the way that he is dressed, his adornments, the fact that he's wearing something that's so, like, obviously branded with his symbol, his choice of weapon, the way that he holds himself, his very like self-sacrificing action that he was about to do to try and help his friend. Like there is something about him that screams like this is a good guy, even though he has this very menacing appearance.
We love a paladin.
And he has these very heavy footfalls as he continues forward, and he looks in your direction almost like challenging you, like, are you going to stop me from going? And as you kind of backed away from Wanda and had created that space, he like sees if you'll close the space, but recognizes you're not even about that, and like continues to walk very confidently down the stairs, heavy like from his mail moving back and forth.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about like maybe calling out to him like, "Don't hurt her, just bring her back." But do I get the sense that they're looking to fight with Mari, or I thought they were just like, "Okay, we got to go retrieve her before the captains fuck her up."
I think that Wanda's intention is to retrieve her before the captains fuck her up. And I think his intentions is to make sure that Wanda is not under the deck with strangers by themselves, essentially.
Okay, then I'll
so,
keep back and let them
yeah.
handle it.
So he proceeds down the steps. The first couple, like, shinks of his boots give him away, and he very clumsily makes his way in. Mari, you see him, he's fumbly. He's loud, he's fumbly, he's his wingspan kind of makes it difficult for him to move in here a little bit. And he's trying to kind of squeeze towards more front of the boat.
I don't know what the shadows look like and if I'm hidden in one. But even if I'm not, I imagine Mari is kind of just like perched up on something now. Like at this point, it's just drama, and she feels like, okay, I'm just gonna like sit on this table and wait, I guess, because I have questions for the captain, and I guess I could talk to the captain, but maybe not because captain seems to be too emotionally unstable. But then who else would I talk to? I don't even know. And I came all the way down here. I might as well just stay down here. It's probably safer down here. I'm not going to fall off the fucking edge, and at least it doesn't feel like I'm on top of the world about to fall off. Anyway, so she's just probably kind of just sitting there.
Okay.
Listening to tears. I don't know.
Manya, as you are in here trying to make sense of what's happening, I would ask, what is your character feeling?
I think that she is feeling very guilty and very confused, and she's trying to put so many things together. Like she's thinking about the memory that she got when she saw Darcy. She's taking in all the doubles. She's seeing them being comfortable. And I think that like probably breaks her heart. So she is a good mixture of just like guilt, trying to like be inquisitive and figure it out, and then just also just like, I'm so fucking done.
Yeah. I feel like Kega is going to be like, no, this can't be right. This is crazy. This is so crazy. And she's going to stand up, and she's going to look at the locket, the inside of the compass again, and roll a perception check real quick to see if you see this as well.
16.
Excellent. The inner piece of the locket is whirring, like it's spinning around directionless currently, and it just looks like it can't find whatever it's looking for, as it kind of just spins absently in this shell.
I was trying to keep it safe.
You took it from me. We didn't end well. You said it yourself. You took it from me.
I guess.
What did I do to you?
I just asked you that same question. I don't know. I don't remember everything. I don't remember why I have the locket.
So, this is what I have. For ages of looking for you and finally finding you, I have deceit to look forward to.
It's not deceit if I don't remember.
And she's going to push away from Rogan. And she's going to say, what happened between you two?
Do I know?
You don't. Rogan does.
I would say that her, like, face doesn't falter then. I don't remember everything. Something. I don't know what the goddess or whatever she is said that there is something here, and I don't remember everything.
She looks over at Rogan and says, and you? Do you remember what happened? And he says, roll an insight check, actually.
Oh, that's so good. Hold on. Oh, yes. That's a dirty 20.
Kega, we've gone over this 100 times. I don't remember anything that you haven't already heard. The tone of his voice and how exasperated he sounds, there's an air of, like, of frustration, but there's something else there that you're catching. There is an air of frustration and a tiniest little bit of desperation to not talk about this topic.
Okay. I think that makes her look guilty. But guilty and confused.
Okay. And then Kega is going to look at the compass again, like looking back at you, looking at the compass, looking at Rogan, and is going to tell Rogan, is going to look at him and say, you can't see it, but I can see it. Something's wrong. And she's going to get right behind Rogan. And she is going to lean over his shoulder and whisper into his ear something that is blocked from you, but you have observant.
I do.
So, she doesn't block it all the way, but she blocks it enough that you can't make out all of the words. The exchange that is happening is a threat. And what you hear is, if I find out you're lying to me, I'm going to throw you overboard. I don't care about our history.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Drama.
Uh-oh. I think... No, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. It's a good idea, but it's a bad idea. Nope, she's already hurt Kega enough. That's fine. I think that she will let Kega know that she heard that by, like, raising one of her eyebrows, kind of like, why would you be threatening him when I'm the problem? But doesn't say that, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I feel as if she is looking at you while threatening him, and like whispering it lowly in his ear. And I think that additionally, she's going to almost like push her finger. Like, have you ever been grabbed on your shoulder here, like tight like that, on the muscle that's back here, and it gives you kind of like a dead arm feeling? She's going to grab him there, and kind of you watch as her hand clenches onto that muscle piece in his neck, and he kind of tenses up, and she gets really, really close to his ear, and she says, "I'm watching the two of you. No funny business. He has a history of lying." And she's going to look over to you, and she says, "Ravina, I'm glad you're back. And obviously, I see myself in a position without a navigator. Would you do me the justice of being our navigator as we assist you to the next level?"
I can try.
You have zero familiarity with the layout. You have zero familiarity with the terrain, but that is okay. We have done it before and we can do it again. Rogan, I need you to go and handle the questions of the crew. I know there will be many. To which Rogan says, I can't make excuses for what happened with Darcy. It cannot happen again. To which Keka responds, Darcy is a snake and has always been an incomplete person. It makes sense that she rest among the souls of the incomplete. To which Rogan responds, Darcy was a great navigator and a skilled sailor, and you are losing your head.
Darcy was a two-faced lying piece of shit, but that's fine.
I think Marty's
Do you
gonna
say
go,
that?
Oh,
just,
yes.
in the background.
What happened?
I said I think Marty's just gonna go in the background. Like,
Okay. As you're walking, and
you can continue. I just
Okay.
we'll do that after.
I will say, as you are like walking out of hiding, you see he's looking in the wrong direction for you, and the owl flies onto his shoulder and starts pecking him in the ear on the side that you're actually on. And you look over his shoulder and he's like, "Ah, escort us, will you?" Because he is just not bright. He is also all muscle and not bright enough to find you.
Want me to escort you?
I'm escorting you. Let me escort you, won't we? I shall escort you upstairs. Get upstairs.
Hi. Are you okay?
Ah, it's been a day.
Do you know where we're staying? down here?
What, like with us?
Are
You see
we
that like baffles
sleeping-
him.
Are we sleeping on the mast?
I-
On the deck?
I don't give a fuck where you sleep. Up
But
deck.
do you know where we sleep?
Roll an insight check.
$17.
This guy knows nothing. He's an idiot. He can't even lie about it. The owl's
Great.
just on his shoulder flapping and freaking out.
All right.
So
I'm
you guys
gonna
can walk
go-
up deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs.
Makes sense. So he escorts you. For Manya, in this moment, you see that she has essentially given him from like a Vulcan type or like a Vulcan type grab to a shove and pushes him along closer to you and says, I'm gonna get to the bottom of what's going on, and when I do, when I figure it all out, we will all revisit this, yeah?
When you figure it all out, I would love to know, because like I said, I don't remember everything.
She is going to storm out so quickly that she actually ends up like keeping time with Mari and everybody walking away.
Wait, does
so
she
she
leave
walks out
first?
Huh? Yeah, she leaves first. She walks out the door and leaves you
Okay.
and Rogan in the room together.
If she leaves first, I'm messaging him. Because
What are
then
you
she
gonna say?
can't even see my lips or hear me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. What are you gonna say?
What happened between us? I saw the look, you know.
I don't even know how you would respond to that. I have to be honest. Let me think about it for a second. I think he would say right now, the less you know, the better.
But I haven't had anything. I don't remember anything, and it's so frustrating. Please.
We'll talk later.
Can I... Oh, wait, hold on. Did she say his name? Like Kega? Did Kega say his name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, if you can get away from her, I suppose we could.
We will speak on this soon. And you see he follows her out the door. He doesn't want to put too much space in between them. So he quickly, like, kind of rushes after her.
I feel like in this moment, Manya is like, I don't think she knows how to leave because she's not used to leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Not this room. So she's like, is she by herself?
In the captain's quarters.
They just left her?
They left her, both of them. Walked out of the room without her.
Oh my god. Is the book still there?
Yeah, still on the desk, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go look at that book.
Okay. Hell yeah. Roll me an investigation check real quick.
Cool. Yeah, that's another dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Giuseppe.
Flipping through the entirety of the book from, like, doing like a quick scroll from the back of the book forward, the most recent entries look to be many a different writing entries. So how much do you want to investigate? Do you want to do a quick flip through and see like everything, or do you want to focus in on like one specific letter? Like, what is your goal here? So that way I can acquire the right knowledge for you from my vast brain of notes.
I think that at first she was looking for the picture of her to see if it was still there. But if she would see her name or Rogan's name anywhere, I think she stops.
Okay. All of the past few entries do not look like they have any of like you or him or anything like that in there. It's just a bunch of I statements.
Okay.
And as you're kind of flipping through, you can see that there's a lot of journaling of like lost, feeling confused, that kind of stuff. Like wrong trajectory, starting over. Like these are all words that you're able to catch when you're flipping through. And it's the first page that you see that has Rogan on it is it's before the photo of you. So as you're flipping, you see Rogan, and then you see in the first couple of chapters of this book that there is a hand-drawn sketch of you.
Okay. I want to read, like, I want to, like, skim that page of Rogan.
Okay. You flip back through and you find it, and you're able to see it because the ink on there is a little bit extra thick. The hard R in the front of Rogan that looks like it was very tastefully drawn out, like it is a letter of some kind. And it says, Rogan. Of what I do remember, I've always known you to be upstanding. However, my mind wanders on what exactly your preference is moving forward. If you would prefer that we are to keep this above board and comfortable, please communicate that with me. If you would prefer to keep committing like acts of the flesh, please be verbose in what it is that you want, because I cannot like think about it any longer. Like I refuse to like sit and be left in a state of curiosity. And then you can see that is all like very quickly scratched out, and it says looks like the bottom part of this looks like she started a sentence again that says, Rogan, can we? And then that's scratched out. And then underneath that part of the page, it looks like something was ripped from the page. Like the bottom half of the letter.
Do I remember her being bad at communication?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I think she wants to peek up to make sure she's still alone.
Mm-hmm. Empty room. Nothing that you can perceive.
Okay. I think she wants to go back farther to, I guess, with the way that I'm moving the book, I guess it's technically after the picture, but it is before. And I want to see if I can see either one of our names again, but I'm doing it very quickly.
As you skim through, doesn't look like much of anything other than travel logs. A lot of like little entries about like where they have gone and traversed, and from skimming, that's just what you would get from that. There's a lot of information. It looks like mostly a logging book of where she's been, but every so often you'll see something peppered in that's personal.
Okay. I think that she puts the book back down.
Uh-huh.
And I think she just starts pacing in the room.
Okay.
She probably looks panicked. Maybe not like a manic panic, but she's like, oh God, what do I do?
What do you think that she does with her extra time in the room?
She's quite literally pacing between the table and the bed, and I think that she keeps like so desperately looking in a corner, not really sure why she remembers that corner, but just keeps looking there and is just pacing, and I think she's still crying. So
Okay.
she like hasn't stopped. It's just like a constant like pace.
You close your eyes for a moment and try and level your breathing. Roll me an insight check real quick.
Cool. Love insight. And insight loves me. 14.
14. With a 14, you are able to see that in this cabin and looking around at everything, your emotions begin to feel really, really volatile. And usually when that happens, you can kind of mess around a little bit with your arcane magic to settle yourself, almost like a small stimulation or an outlet for you to kind of funnel through yourself. And you try to do that, and you do not feel any magic in your palm right now.
God
You do not feel
damn it,
any static or magic or anything. It is just the nothing. And that is where we will end for tonight. We will pick this back up on our next session. We thank you so very much for joining us. We hope that you had a good time. I hope you're liking where the story is going. And we will see you in the near future. Give